Welcome back to Wolves ReReviewed. This is part 2 of the 2013-2014 season in League One. You join me, comedian and podcaster Tom Parry, club commentator Mikey Burrows.
Hello.
And the Athletics' very own Tim Spiers.
And it's red.
Tim?
Hello. Just teasing you.
Thank God for that. So, you join us. Wolves have dropped out of the top 2 for the first time, I think, since the season started. So, at the end of the year, we were in 3rd. But we're looking good, and I think we all know we're heading to a happy ending here. Yeah, it's an interesting season watching us in League One, playing some, considerably smaller grounds, some classic older clubs from the Football League. You know, teams like Carlisle, Oldham, Leyton Orient.
Oh.
Seeing some League One defending like that. Bloody hell.
Wow.
And also, you join us debating what musical act would Kenny Jackett be if he could be a musical act. So we settled on Snow Patrol. And otherwise, I think you're up to speed.
And a big change is coming. This month, Kenny's going to hit the reset button and completely revamp the strike force, really.
Yeah, I mean, there wasn't much wrong with it. Griffiths, Doyle, Sacco, Henry and Jacobs are chipping in.
Sigurd Arson.
But yeah, Griffiths wanted to go back to Scotland, I think. And Nua Dicko had scored a hat-trick against Wolves a couple of weeks ago, so that was the extent of Wolves' scouting. They were like, yeah, we'll have Nua Dicko.
And what a signing that turned out to be.
But yeah, it's not cut and dried at the moment, is it? I mean, you say down to 3rd, and then you go and draw at Tranmere and lose at Gillingham.
Yeah.
And I think Leyton Orient and Brentford both gone on a kind of a freakishly good first half of the season as well.
I say this game, probably more than any other, felt like the kind of the big moment where it was like fans were furious and something had to change.
Yeah, which just shows you the expectations, doesn't it? You know, they're very, very close to automatic promotion in terms of the league standings, but it was deemed absolutely not good enough, so improvements were needed.
Because you imagine ending up in the lottery of the playoffs in League One, and you suddenly spending another season down there.
Yeah, I think Mikey made a good point in the first half that it wasn't as fun as we perhaps remember now, looking back. You know, they end up with 103 points and they romp to the title, but for long parts of the season it was a real slog.
The club had recorded 1 win in 7 games. Not promotion form.
See, there you go, 1 win in 7.
This is the big wobble in the middle, isn't it?
The road to recovery started back at Molineux against fellow promotion chasers Preston.
Chance for Wolves here, and it's off the line. Wonderful defending from King. Still playoff hopefuls themselves. McDonald's. And Edwards get there.
McDonald's so good at balls like that, isn't he? It's like the through ball on Pro Evolution button. That's like Kevin McDonald's speciality. It's that like Pro Evo through ball. He plays them for fun. Love Kevin McDonald.
We haven't mentioned Edwards yet, but he was. I guess you take his loyalty for granted, don't you? Really, but
yes,
he's a Premier League player, Wales international. He stuck with the club as well, didn't he?
Yeah, absolutely.
And he's not a kind of an automatic pick in this season.
No, you kind of think of the best 11 of the season, and you sort of put in McDonald and Price with a bit of Jacobs in midfield as well.
Yeah, well, Jacobs certainly played that kind of 10 role, and Lee Evans played an awful lot.
Lee Evans, yeah.
There he was winning
Davis
it back.
Play as well, does he? Or?
Davis, we saw him a good effort at Tranmere in that other game a minute ago.
And it's another one. Lee Evans. He hasn't scored
A lot of time for Lee Evans, nice fella.
Funny guy. Lee Evans.
Puts clear daylight between Wolves and Preston here.
I love that we got to the stage now. We're just going to leave these long pauses after Spiers attempts at gags.
Don't know what you're talking about.
That's Gallagher. Away by McCarry.
Aaron McCarry getting a good run out here as well.
What was the formation, Mikey? 4-2-3-1.
Yeah, kind of loosely 4-4-1-1.
With like Henry and Sacco on the flanks.
Jacobs behind Dicko, really.
Jacobs behind Dicko, yeah.
And then mostly it was like Evans and McDonald, and then Price, because Jack went out on loan for a bit at the start of the season.
Yeah. To the already strong squad. At the beginning of the game against Bristol City, it was a tribute to former goalkeeper Bert Williams, who passed away. It would be Nua Dicko's day.
Oh, he was a lovely fella, Bert Williams.
With a brace on his
Legend.
second debut.
Only really got to meet him maybe once or twice at kind of events that we were doing for Matt Murray's testimonial year.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's a perfect.
But he was kind of so supportive. Wasn't as big as you would imagine. I mean, I guess stood next to Matt Murray, most people look quite small.
Yeah.
I went to the care home he was staying at. I can't remember what for, some kind of story with the Express Star. Oh, because he was with Gordon Banks. Gordon Banks came to where he was living in this care home. It was just absolutely lovely.
He's been flying this season. Sloppy for Bristol City. They could pay the price again here. That's Evans. And deflected in, was it? Well, Dicko claims it.
So Griffiths has gone now. Is he back to Scotland? When Dicko's in, has that happened?
Officially, Griffiths goes at the end of the month.
Right.
So Dicko arrives on the 13th of January. Leon Clark arrives on the 30th. And Griffiths goes on the 31st. But also Doyle and Sigurdarsson go out on the 31st.
Where does Sigurdarsson go?
Mulder.
X-Files.
Beautiful reference. He goes to join the FBI.
Yeah, Mulder and the former Gillingham chief exec, Paul Scully.
Nice. Very niche. Very niche.
That's who Catatonia did that song about.
Oh no, let's not get back into mid-noughties music acts again, please.
For Wolverhampton Wanderers. It's a terrific finish.
Oh. See, if Ruben Neves had done that, people would talk about it so much more.
Such a picturesque ground, isn't it?
Dicko, McDonald. Henry. And it's another one. Jacobs, emphatic. And that will be all 3 points for Wolverhampton Wanderers. Wonderful football.
Michael Jacobs is one of those I really feel sorry for, because he felt so pivotal in this kind of promotion push. And then I just don't know what happened. Like, Kenny just decided he didn't want to use him in the championship.
Yeah, I was going to say, did he fall out of favour next season? Because he didn't really feature, did he?
Like, I don't know whether he just felt like he was a luxury player at championship level. I don't know.
January had been a month of two halves.
So Dave Edwards comes massively back into favour, obviously the season we've done of 14-15.
Yeah.
And then Bennick arrives and it changes again.
The departure of long-serving goalkeeper Wayne Hennessy saw him move to Premier League Crystal Palace, and his was followed with loan moves for Kevin Doyle, Kevin Foley and...
That was quite an acrimonious departure, wasn't it, Wayne Hennessy?
Was it really?
Didn't he say he didn't want to be on the bench for a game?
I know, it was kind of... I don't know, it was...
He did go to Celtic, by the way.
Yeah.
Here he is.
Second coming.
Lazarus.
But after a career best spell at Coventry, Kenny Jackett invested in the Wolverhamptonian to bring him back to Molineux. Clark went straight into the starting lineup.
Although, so the story goes, they were trying to buy Callum Wilson.
Oh, man. It's a shame, isn't it?
And probably Chris Wood at the time.
Up comes a second yellow and a red for Doyle, who is sent off here, and we haven't even had half an hour. Daft second challenge when you're on a yellow. Travis City trying to make inroads, and they almost did as well. It's a thumping drive. There's Bakary Sacco. Sacco trying to catch out McLaughlin. Bakary Sacco. Now it's Kevin McDonald. Side foot
Again.
home.
Precision.
It's great, isn't it? That's a lovely goal.
Wolves finally find a way through the 10-minute Bradford. Bradford have got that neatly.
I'd love to be able to pass it into the back of a net. Haven't got anywhere near that kind of poise.
I mean, start with just passing it rather than into the net.
Yeah, I'd love to be able to pass it.
I'd love to be able to kick it. More than 5 yards.
Oh, man.
Oh, what a lovely ball.
Yes. Get in. Oh!
Wolves' fifth victory on the spin would come courtesy of a Michael Jacobs brace to continue Wolves' unbeaten league record against Notts County, dating back to March 1991.
You might notice as well, by the way,
Oh, yeah.
beards are starting to become a thing.
Oh yeah, wasn't that a bit of a...
So did
Did
Jack
they all
Price...
start growing them on purpose?
Yeah, does Price start that or not? 'Cause Price always had a very impressive beard, didn't he?
Well, I mean, he kind of had it since he was about 7. But
Yeah.
they, Jacobs, Henry, Stearman, Doherty all had magnificent beards.
And Burrows gave it a go.
Not this time. Mine came much later.
Because it took you that long to grow it.
Yeah. I started in this period.
To try and fit in with the team, is that why you did it? Try and fit in with the lads.
Try and give me something for Nuno to talk about. Did work at one point. Told me I need to get a very special brush.
What, Nuno gave you beard advice?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Did you buy the brush?
No. Well, he told me. He said, you need a proper brush to do it properly. And there's the psychology coach or psychologist, one of the coaches called Julio Figueroa. Apparently, had sorted Nuno out with it, and he was like, and Julio was offering to get me it, and Nuno was like, no, don't get it for him.
Oh no!
He was like, you're my man, not his.
He's very protective over having the best beard in the Molineux.
Because there's a famous photo I love of when the fans go on the pitch at Crewe, and of Richard Stearman just doing a big roar surrounded by fans with a magnificent beard. I don't know why they grew him though.
It was pretty. It was fashionable at the time, wasn't it? It's very hipster.
Well, hang on. 2013-14. Are we looking at the? Are we talking about Game of Thrones starting? It's going to be like, you got to think about cultural landstones like that, and it's like when Game of Thrones started getting popular, a lot of beards started appearing. It could be something like that. That's all it takes, isn't it?
Oh, this was a massive game at the time.
This was massive, wasn't it? Yeah, it was all still up in the air at this point.
Kevin McDonald.
Oh,
Ball is flicked in. It's James.
he always claims he meant that.
No way.
Always claim to have meant it.
McDonald getting to the byline, and Henry with a little touch. There's Saville. McDonald put a
Jacobs has a stormer in this game, I think, as well.
Great ball.
Oh,
Great ball.
Great goal from Wolves. Terrific counter-attack.
The old fella in the middle with a flat cap. Love that.
Great weight on the pass from Sacco. Jacobs with the touch, and then the finish past Button.
Oh, this is it.
Golden. Still well. Great link
Yes.
play with Sacco. Golden. This is Jacobs. Terrific.
What a goal that
It's
is.
a great goal, isn't it?
David here.
Look at that build-up. Oh, yes, please.
And that goal had class written all over it.
Victory over Brentford was vital, and it helped leapfrog the Bees into second in the division with an identical record.
See, to be fair, 2 games in hand on Leyton Orient as well.
yeah.
Exception.
Only lost 4 games out of
Games in
31.
hand over the top team, and in their current form, this could prove crucial. March kicked off with the visit of Port Vale, and a month but a similar story.
I've never seen Kenny Jackett with a hint of stubble, let alone a full-grown beard.
He's a very well-shaved man.
He is probably Wilkinson sword wet shave man every single morning without fail.
With one of those little brushes.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
Or even like an open razor. Old school.
Cutthroat.
Yeah. You know.
He gets like Joe Gallen to do it for him every day. Little hot towel in his office.
Well, just don't cut him. Don't cut the boss. He'll go mad.
Gotta look my best here, Joe, if you wouldn't mind. Just a short back and sides today, please.
It's going the edge of the area. It's played in right across the face of goal. Devilish delivery.
Kenny Jackett would be the kind of man that would think anything more than 3 blades was just showing off.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Absolutely.
Options in there as well, further for Wolves, and it should have been taken.
That's modern nonsense. Quattro. What?
That's a car.
It's ball to find Reynolds. This is delivery for Vidico. Yes. 73 minutes. Wolves finally get that second goal. Dicko is all on his own at the moment. And Dicko might want to do it on his own. Oh, it's brilliant.
No right to score there at all.
2 in 2 minutes. for Dicko.
And Tim mentioned it in part 1. Like, he'd been on loan the season before and we hadn't seen any of this.
Yeah.
Fire.
Yeah.
I think he scores in the infamous Burnley game when the fans
Yes, I
came
think
on.
you're right. Yeah, wasn't it like a cross that went straight in? Have I got that right?
Maybe.
I can't remember.
Dicko for the hat-trick. Denied. And Dicko again. In the end, Paul Vale can scramble it away to safety.
A Bakary Sakho strike and a Nua Dicko double had seen off Port Vale in the previous match, and the pair would be at it again against Walsall as Wolves recorded their third 3-0 win in succession.
It's controversial, this game.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Which we might see in a minute. It'd be interesting whether they left that in, actually.
Probably not.
And he's done just that. That's a top save from O'Donnell.
Yeah, are they in the middle of setting a club record at this point as well? Ridiculous number of wins in a row, wasn't it? Was it 9 or 10?
I don't know. I think so.
It's Jacobs.
Yeah, this was the
Mikey's
8th.
just working it out.
Yeah, this was the 8th win in a row. No idea if that was a record or not.
We had half the stadium here. You can probably just see me in the picture there.
Side. Henry's ball in, and Dicko converts. It's 6 in 7 now.
Yeah, cut away from it.
Yeah, so one of their fans is on the pitch at that point, confronting Dicko. All but very unsavoury.
Well, does Dicko retaliate?
They both just kind of look at each other, and he's wearing like a Union flag jumper, and just
By the way, I don't know if you noticed there. Keep an eye to the right of the goal as you look at it. Big fat topless fella.
Goldbloom's cross.
He might put his top back on by this point.
Oh
Did you make that up?
Honestly, someone can rewind it in a minute once we're done.
Henry's cross here, striking the upright.
Unless I just imagined him.
It's like the Sixth Sense, but instead of dead people, you see fat topless people. I see fat topless people.
There he is, look! It's all right. He was there. He was back.
Right.
Maybe he'd gone for a wee and missed the second goal.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Told you.
Have you spotted that? It took me 2 replays to see that. Your radar's on fire. Topless man radar.
Gotta have some skills.
The County Crowns earned their 9th win in succession.
This is Sakho. That's good play. Just need to get it away. Swindon struggling to do that as well. Burns' clearance wasn't great. Fighting, oh Sakho, so easy. Nobody picking him up. What a start for Wolves. 9 minutes on the clock.
One thing I spotted there in the crowd as well,
Oh, yeah.
I really love, and I don't know why, because it's really stupid, but like when you score away from home and you see like one really angry person in the home end, so everyone else is sat down, there's always going to be at least one who gets really furious.
Just loses their mind. Yeah.
It kind of
Couple more there.
it all came together with Dicko, didn't it? Really.
Yeah, absolutely.
They've really kind of fine-tuned the team here. Henry, Jacobs, and Sakho supporting Dicko.
Well, you know what we talked about in the 14-15 season review about the fact that Dicko chased everything.
Yeah.
And it just meant you could put the ball into certain areas, and he knew that he had maybe a touch more pace than Lee Griffiths. Bit more physical. Oh.
Yeah.
Right through the middle. Chance for his second. Oh, it's brilliant.
Yes, doesn't miss those.
Because we've been on fire, haven't we, since we signed him? Really.
It's just like it's like weirdly kind of technical, tactical thing of, because he was so quick, defences drop off a bit. And it then meant that Jacobs, especially in this season...
Yeah, can fill the hole.
Great control. Oh, well played, Smith. That's a really good finish as well. Touchdown! No, it's off the woodwork. And claimed by Gamey. This is a really good spell for Swindon.
God just grabs it like there's no problem at all.
Yeah, really casually done, wasn't it?
Yep.
Like, I knew that was good. I had that covered, lads. Don't worry, I had that covered.
Maybe a fourth.
Oh.
They've got the fourth.
Oh, Leon.
Leon Clark in injury time. Wrapping it all up.
Bosh.
It's not like some kind of air raid siren going off there. What a weird noise was.
It was an incredible club record.
They take defeat really seriously in Swindon.
So look at the clean sheets as well.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. What a run of form.
All good records, though, must come to an end as the club played out a scoreless draw against Shrewsbury.
That's Bakary Sacco. It's carried all the way through here to Dicko. Henry's there for the pullback. Here is Henry. And the goalkeeper got to it, but Goulburn, he's stopped. And he got to this. Palmed it straight to Goulburn. McDonald. Jacobs.
Feels like once they've told you it's a goalless draw,
Yeah, I lost interest a couple minutes ago, to be honest.
could just get on with it, couldn't you? You know, it's like either don't tell us it's a goalless draw and let us go through it, or just skip on. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, there's not much suspense being built up here.
It's gone all the way across
Oh.
the goal. And Clark couldn't get to it. Frustrating afternoon for Wolves.
Yeah, but there's some seasons if you did that, then it would be like 20 minutes long.
Yeah.
Wolves' first visit to Broadfield Stadium didn't go according to
Oh,
plan.
out on the beach.
Despite taking an early lead, Crawley rallied to claim all three.
Oh, is this Parry, is it?
Yeah, I'm in there somewhere. I'm gonna go
What
back
made you
and
go
have a
to
look.
Crawley?
Well, I was in South London at the time, so it was just a jaunt. It was just down from where I lived.
Any memories of the day?
Well, it was just a bit of a buzz being at, like,
Crawley.
a tiny old face. I'm a simple man, you know. Gatwick Airport, beautiful. No, it was like a buzz being at like that kind of, you know, like such a small little stadium, terraces right close to the pitch. And obviously at the time it was like, oh, this is going to be great because we're going to, you know, we're going to get a result. We've been scoring for fun. It was like, here we go, lads. So a bunch of us, a bunch of Wolves lads from South London, we all went down, and
There's something kind of poetically brilliant about the fact that they won 9 on the bounce.
Yeah.
So Tom bought himself a ticket to make sure he could see a game, and they lost.
That's it.
It was
Oh,
an
absolutely gutted. Couldn't believe it.
and a trip to a resurgent Sheffield United under new manager Nigel Clough was probably the least enticing fixture. But the players proved once again that they are ready for the fight and had the quality to succeed.
Sheffield United roared on by this.
Is it me or like the away kit's got way more usage in this season than
Yeah.
it normally
Won it
would?
like about 10 times at least.
They've really gone for it with the away kit. Maybe it was selling well or something.
Stop. How many times has he done this season for Wolves?
Because there's no reason to wear it today.
Making sure School couldn't get to the back of the net.
Has it annoyed you boys that Sheffield United have kind of stolen our thunder in the Premier League this season?
Yeah.
Like, you know,
yeah.
like for the last couple of seasons, it's like everyone's been buzzing about Wolves and how well we've done, the way we play, and it feels like Sheffield United are kind of getting in on that a bit. It's just annoying. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but they haven't really done as well as Wolves, really. Certainly not yet.
Exactly.
Yeah, because Wolves had the cup run alongside it last year.
Yeah.
And Europe that's it. Cup won last season, and Europa this season.
Yeah. They don't deserve all the acclaim, is what we're saying on this Wolves production.
That's what you're saying. I mean, did you two just message each other and go, we haven't upset fans of other clubs enough in this review? I mean, we've demeaned some of the lower clubs, obviously.
Well, you had a right go at Bristol Rovers earlier.
I don't mind it.
Don't mind it.
I don't mind having to go at Bristol Rovers. You've got to have one nemesis.
It's a devilish ball in, and it's gone all the way in.
Did we break a record? I mean, in terms of the amount of goals we've scored in this season as well. Because is it the highest number of points we ever reached in a season? Is that right?
I think it's the highest number of points in a League One season.
It's a League One record.
Right.
/ third tier record.
It's not a Football League record, though, is it? Didn't Reading get more in the Championship?
Reading got 106, I think, yeah. In the Championship.
And what about in terms of goals scored in a Wolves season? Because this has got to be one of the most prolific seasons.
I don't think they hit 100, do they?
No, they get 89.
Yeah, we hit 100 a few times in the 50s, when you could beat Cardiff 9-1 or whatever. Just a normal win.
Yeah, why were results like that in the 50s and the 40s? Do you think players
used to play five up front, didn't they?
Think players just gave up? Whoever scored the first goal, it's like, there we go.
I think the lack of fouls and bookings and red cards probably played a part as well. Yeah. You could just absolutely twat into anyone you wanted and get away with it.
It was a better time. That's back when football was football, right? Before VAR came along and ruined it all.
Oh, this was a great day.
Oh, here we go. 10k almost to MK.
I think it was about 9,000 in the end.
I think it was 8,800. And again, a completely unnecessary use of the away kit against the team that's wearing white.
I did the commentary with Shay Olafiniana for this. Love Big Shay.
Yeah, I can't remember where it started. It was just was it a Facebook
Coventry
thing?
Coventry took about 7,000-8,000, and so it became a thing of we've got to beat that.
Yeah,
that's great.
And so somebody just kind of went, let's round it up 10k to MK. Sounds really good. Yeah. Even though there weren't 10,000 tickets available.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, because I remember they sold out within a day or two.
Because because obviously I used to cover MK Dons. I don't think they'd ever used the top tier for a proper game until this day.
That's amazing.
And it was you watch those old school FA Cup semi-finals from the 90s at Old Trafford where it's like half and half.
Yeah.
It felt like that this day. Because Wolves fans top and bottom all the way round.
Oh, some great pictures from that day.
It's McAlinden. They've finally done
Listen to that.
9 minutes left.
I mean, it was a terrible game, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was awful.
K-Don's defence.
It had been a strong march, all told, and the league.
Yes, here we go. Wow, look at that. That was quick. Sword ahead.
They were well clear of second and still had at least a game in hand over the rest.
So who came up with us?
February and March had shifted.
Brentford, I think, wasn't it?
Was it Brentford?
Yeah.
And then who got through the playoffs?
Rotherham?
Or Preston?
It was Rotherham.
Orient have been up there all game, haven't they?
Round to add to the all-time list of
this was Orient was all downhill from there, wasn't it?
Wasn't as fruitful as the fans would have hoped, against the league's basement side.
Blimey. Surprised you didn't get to this one as well, Parry.
Yeah, I know. Lovely day out in Stevenage.
It was Rotherham, by the way.
In the playoffs?
Yeah. I think they beat Orient in the final.
Touched on, and the acrobatics, that's out of the ground.
That's out of the ground. Oh,
Brilliant.
fair play. He biced the football out of the ground. That is hats off. That is League One, my friends. Oh, that's my favourite bit of commentary in a long time. And that's out of the ground.
Chance again.
Again, there's an awful lot of highlights for a 0-0.
Yeah. I mean, once you've seen someone bice the ball out of the ground, move on. You know, move on.
The draw at Stevenage wasn't disastrous, as title challengers Brentford were also held to a goalless draw at Sheffield United. But there could be no slip-ups back at Molineux, and a score to settle from defeat earlier in the season to Posh.
This is Dicko. Now Sacco. And Leshnik managing to get everything behind that. He had to as well.
Why are Peterborough called Posh?
Called into action.
Because I've been there, it's not posh. Far from it. Any ideas?
Very good question, actually. I mean, it sounds posh, doesn't it?
Yeah. It's really, really not, though.
Well, they probably turned down the nickname crap, didn't they? Do you know, Mikey?
No, but I've just looked it up, and on Wikipedia it says they were nicknamed the Posh, a moniker coined in 1921 after Pat Terrell, manager of Fletton United, was reported to say he was looking for posh players for a posh new team. However, the term posh was used as a derogatory term for the club by the press. Typical press.
It's like an ironic term now, I think.
This is Ricketts. Ricketts! And Leshnik down smartly.
Typical Spiers and his press mentality.
What can they conjure up from this? Well, it was almost a goal. It will be
I remember
now.
when Spiers was a fresh-faced, excitable young junior reporter.
Do you?
When he was a fresh-faced junior on the back row of the family enclosure.
Not the gritty, dishevelled man of the world that he's become.
I'm just saying. Have you ever been to Peterborough?
Yeah.
Hiding behind his paywall.
And these black and white arty photographs.
What have I said? Where's all this come from? I feel like you've been waiting for this throughout all these reviews we've done, and now it's the last one. It's all coming out.
You've touched a real nerve here with Peterborough, Mikey. Have you got an affiliation with Peterborough?
And by the way, Steve Davis, crew manager, now Wolves under-18s coach. Next to him there was James Collins, now Wolves under-23s coach.
Ooh,
Very cool.
lovely.
And this was the big day.
Yes, title day. Yep.
Promotion day.
Promotion days. Yep, same thing.
Same thing.
All the fans along the side in the ice cream van stand.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
No.
Yep.
That's too good, because the ice cream van's on the other side of it.
I don't know if there actually is an ice cream van there. This was right on half time. But I think they sent the wrong guy off. So they had to call him back out the tunnel,
right,
and then give him a yellow and then send someone else off instead. And then the last few minutes were brilliant because it was that old school, like all the fans were over the advertising hoarding, like pretty much on the touchline waiting to run on.
We're not seeing the pitch invasion.
And they would take a big stride towards that goal with a thrilling defeat of Rotherham.
This was just absolutely insane. This is the most bonkers football match I think I've ever been to.
Earlier in the campaign.
Oh, media's offline here.
Yeah, that's happened for the last 2 games. That I wasn't sure whether it was just happening on my computer or something. I don't mind it though because it doesn't give away the result. This could be a 0-0 for all I know, and I'm interested.
This is a 0-0, yeah. So Dicko scores a hat-trick in this game, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Did he score a hat-trick against Wolves?
He got 2 in that.
Oh, was it 2, was it? I was going to say that'd be a good quiz question.
Yeah, it would have been.
Yeah, for God's sake. Just ignore me.
This is Golden. It's in his mind here. It's Edwards. It's a third for Wolves. They went right through
Edwards
the
is
heart
scoring
of
for
Rotherham.
fun at the end of the season.
So they were 1-0 down, 3-1 up.
3-1 up.
Agard trying to make a
At
nuisance of
half-time.
himself. Agard has sneaked it in. Rotherham United are back at the table. This is Edwards. Edwards in dangerously to Dicko. He's been a fabulous.
Oh, here we go. The first of many pitch invasions this afternoon.
Yeah, this game kind of finished about 20 past 5.
Yeah. So what's that, 4-3?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's
And
the
this is late
84th.
as well. We've gone past the 80th minute already at this point.
Yeah, that's 88.
That's mad.
88. Bonkers. Oh, this is one of my favourite
Oh, yes.
ever. It's his first goal as well, isn't it, Ricketts, for Wolves?
Yo, so good. So good.
Well, that's how to win a game. Now it's Dicko. Dicko all the way.
Look at where the fans are.
But they were invading the pitch for like a missed chance or like a well placed pass at this point.
The stupid thing was, like, they still weren't actually champions by this point.
No, it was just bonkers. Just bonkers. Was it Easter Monday?
Yeah.
Oh, no. Yeah.
So I did this game. It was an early kick-off.
Gave Wolves their first shot at securing the league crown.
Yeah, this was on telly, wasn't it? I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, media offline again.
What the hell?
Made it past quality control.
I was going to say the person who had to check was it all right. Clearly, just stopped watching it after a certain point.
Have they been logged out by Mick McCarthy using his password?
MM. Big lads with big beards, more importantly.
Danny Barr is the one that causes all the panic in the Orient defence.
Kenny unmoved.
He's just put off by the beard. Just thinking, why can't he shave?
He was just wondering what inspired run.
Edging closer to the League One title, thanks to Bakary Saka.
It's just highlighting what we've been saying, that Wolves have looked a threat.
Kenny, we're going to win the title. Do you think they'll liken me to Snow Patroller athlete in 6 years' time? Maybe one guy might say that I'm a bit like the Phil Collins of football management.
I think Phil Collins isn't bad, you know. That's a decent analogy. Safe pair of hands, well respected, pretty unspectacular, but not naff. It's Phil Collins. It's Kenny Jackett.
Yeah, but you're only saying that because of no jacket required.
Yeah, it works. It works on many levels. And this season very much feels like the genesis of Wolves' renaissance. So,
Oh, no wonder we're ending.
Going out with a bang, though, aren't we, eh?
Oh,
great goal.
because Leighton Orient were desperate at this point.
Yeah.
And then James Henry steps forwards.
Edwards.
Just have a go, Lenny. Have a go. Oh,
Ping!
Sealed in style. A magnificent strike from James Henry. And that ties a little ribbon on the cake.
Yeah, it certainly does. What a way to seal the deal. A large part of the extra time that we've had, they've been keeping...
and the thing is, because it was the early kickoff, they weren't actually crowned champions
You have to wait
until
for the result.
about 5 o'clock. Yeah, so they were on the coach on the way home.
What a win, and it was a victory that secured the league mathematically. As Brentford could only
Kenny was getting a wet shave from Joe Gallen when he found out.
That's risky on the coach, that is. At least wait until you get on the motorway before you
Trip
start.
to Coventry's temporary home Sixfields for the penultimate league game of the season, and despite having the league title secure, Wolves put in a battling display to earn a draw.
Still
and
got the
secure a
massive coat
century of
on.
Points for the season.
Deep into the end of April, Kenny's like, no, still that winter coat, please.
They don't call me Jacket for nothing.
Fabulous following from Wolverhampton Wanderers today. Here in Northampton.
Imagine if he goes on holiday and he still wears a coat.
It's the kind of man I can like, my mom's dad was a policeman, a North Walian policeman, who when they went on holiday to the beach would never take his shoes and socks off, and like, because he didn't like the feel of sand on his feet. And that, if Kenny did that, I wouldn't be surprised. Do you know what I mean? Socks on the beach. I wonder if Kenny's going to listen to this.
If he did, he'd very much have tuned out a long time ago.
The game of the campaign brought a carnival atmosphere to Molineux. The fans were out in force. Gold and black lined the streets and stadium.
So this game, very nearly, little known fact, didn't happen because the cops had left a fake bomb in one of the executive boxes.
Oh, I remember that story. Bloody hell.
And it was found shortly before kick-off, I think maybe a couple of hours before kick-off. So I think they were on the verge of calling the whole thing off while they worked out what this bomb was all about. But it was just a fake bomb that had been left in like a training exercise.
It's a fake bomb. Oh, it's like so mad.
It's bonkers, isn't it?
Yeah.
Also, by the way, wearing the following season's kit.
Yeah.
Love that. Love that. We love that
Nice
on
little
ReReviewed. Little preview of next season's kit. Don't mind it.
Oh,
Yeah, this game was just a party. Literally just a party. 30,000. Everyone had like a flag. Do you remember, Mike?
this is our love, and it knows no division.
That's it, because that was the sign they'd put up on the North Bank. Yep.
Yeah.
I really like that saying, actually.
Yeah, it's good,
me
isn't
too,
it?
Yeah.
I always thought it was a shame when they took that down.
Well,
I get the sentiment behind it, but
no, I agree. It's a shame. Yep. But it's it's Premier League or nothing now, isn't it? So.
yeah.
Europa League. So you can shove your League One.
Because I think a fan had come up with a poem that they did as a little video for the end of season dinner after this. You know,
Yes.
one of those like black background, dimly lit.
Yeah. Football poems don't normally do it for me, but yeah, that wasn't bad.
It does now, and that's the result. A thunderbolt.
What a year! What a year!
What a treat it's been revisiting it as well. Really enjoyed that.
It's just like if they'd got stuck in League One, even for one more season, then what we're seeing now just wouldn't have happened because Fosun were buying the club as a Championship club, you know, that could get in the Premier League pretty quickly. But they wouldn't have looked twice if Wolves were in League One.
No way. Yeah, it was like watching a team rediscover itself, really, refinding itself.
And reconnect with the fans as well, which was so important after the previous year. I just think it's unbelievable the fact that they not only went back up at the first attempt after ditching all their best players, but doing it with 103 points. I mean, it's such an amazing achievement and still a bit underrated what they actually did. I think so impressive.
They made it look easy, and it isn't easy by any stretch of the imagination.
No, it's not easy. It's not easy to go up, let alone get 103 points.
Yeah.
Never in doubt.
Look at that. Look how many 17 ahead of third. Crazy.
Players, fans, and management helped to put to bed memories of back-to-back.
So that's it, boys.
Oh,
Don't cry.
The end of what we're calling season 1.
yeah, we'll be back. We'll be back, surely.
I think we've seen some really interesting years, though. We've probably done the good ones.
Yeah, that's very true. Well, let's not say that, because no one will be back for season 2.
Yeah, but they'll be funnier when we do the bad ones.
What a treat! What a club! That's what more than it's been such a treat going back and looking over like all the things that we've been through to get us to where we are now.
That's what makes us all who we are, isn't it? It's not all about the success.
No, not at all.
It's a good job, really, isn't it?